screams, let me carry you home.
Hello and welcome to Home Gupshup. Keeping a home a certain way that may seem attractive and clean has a lot to do with daily smaller habits that help us maintain order in the home. Of course, it's important to decorate and spruce up minor places every so then. However, after we've accomplished that, it's the routines that help us keep our home fresh, tidy, and lovely every day. A simple but highly successful habit is to return items to their proper locations. This task typically takes less than 5 minutes. These are the kind of easy things that we tend to put off or completely disregard. For example, putting away the dried and cleaned spoons and knives, or even restocking that one jar of ghee or oil that we tend to forget about. And then in the process of cooking, we reach out for the larger jar where we also have a smaller one on hand. It only takes 5 minutes to put away little items off the kitchen counter. And the most important thing is to make it a habit to always put things back where they belong. Otherwise, you'll see that even a neatly organized house might look disorganized due to a few misplaced items.
Never thought that you could fall for me, for someone like me, for someone like me.
Better to throw and dispose of trash than to let it accumulate in our homes. Trash in this context might mean anything. Of course, we put out the garbage every day, but the tiny things like the ash from the incense stick holder that gets everywhere are easy to overlook or ignore. Similarly, onion peels often fly off, so it's best to just discard them when you're stocking up on onions. Another example would be taking out the trash can from the vacuum cleaner. Not only is the vacuum still sitting in one corner, but the dust it has collected is also still inside.
Never thought that you could fall for someone like me. Never thought that you.
Let me know if these small things make sense to you and how often you empty out all such things.
Never thought that you could fall for me, for someone like me, for someone like me.
Can you think of some things in your home that find themselves without a home? By that I mean things we don't know where to put. It's usually things that don't come to use on a daily basis, but we still need them around. Like an umbrella or a smaller pouch of coins, something I need but still want them out of the way. It's important we always assign these things a certain spot in our home, and as a habit, don't just dump things on the table. We usually forget about smaller items like cables or wires, umbrellas, smaller wallets, just like I mentioned before. You can find my receipts and invoices all over the house, in my case. I've recently made it a habit to scan them as soon as they arrive and to clip the ones I'll need to save for a while.
Shadows of a million stars. Shouldn't they enlighten my near and far? Shouldn't they at all just tell me where you are? Send a prayer if I'm out of luck.
Another example is the cleaning supplies in every home. Basically, they sit on top of the washing machine or in an open shelf in some corner of the home because we don't really pay enough attention. If we keep those in an organized fashion, we might just end up with a much better looking corner. I use this pull-out organizer from Amazon that helps me in keeping everything in order. Whatever these things are, make a mental note of them and then use baskets, organizers, or even just a larger bag to keep them contained like I did.
Heart of mine is a rolling stone. Make me roll right home. Halfway hard.
The best habits are the easiest to maintain and have the biggest impact. I think a home that is well lit, that smells well, and has a ton of fresh greenery will appear nicer and be more appealing than one that is darker. It will also give the 4 concrete walls more life. Well, that's just my view, but if you have the opportunity, let the light in.
I fell in love with who I thought you were. Someone who'd never wanna see me hurt. But I was fooled by all your vows and words. No.
Let the fresh air do its thing, and if you enjoy fragrances, use something that smells good. Your senses will be affected right away, leaving you with a favorable impression of the same home.
When they're young, ooh, I wonder. You call and keep on asking, is it too late for us?
Habits don't really have to be so difficult, do they?
It obvious our love is turned to nothing. But before I go, you should know. Should know. You owe me years and years of happy times. You owe me tears and tears.
Talking about impressions, I've spoken a lot about night lights, soft lights, so to speak. Pulling the blinds down, lighting up the different corners have the power to immediately make the place look attractive and brand new, making for a fresh start to the evening. Tidy up a bit, little things here and there, put them back and you're done. Resetting in under 5 minutes in the evening time is a habit I have long inculcated. As a homemaker, setting the mood just like so makes for a pleasant change in the monotonous daily routine.
Keep on asking, is it too late for us? The answer I keep giving.
Similar to how investing in quality exercise equipments such as yoga mats, workout clothes, or running shoes can motivate us to be more disciplined with our lives by forcing us to exercise at regular intervals, I gradually came to appreciate the significance of a well-designed desk and chair that supported my posture while I worked, and how it motivated me to spend proper time at work even at home. Which is why I reached out to FLEXISPOT, and they were kind enough to send me everything that I needed to set up the perfect work environment at home. I got a nice desk with beautiful wooden top and white legs. More on the table and its amazing features, but first I also got a monitor mount from them because the neat freak in me just couldn't bear all the unnecessary cables showing in that area. It took me just a few minutes to assemble the super strong and sturdy mount on the table.
How could we fall so fast?
Well, this next generation height adjustable desk E7 Pro is a standing desk and it's one of the best in the market right now, and I love the look and feel it has. This table has a 4-way memory controller which allows me to program the desk for up to 4 preset heights, available at the touch of a button.
Maybe we roll so fast, maybe we got to.
So now I can easily adjust the height of the desk, and when my husband comes to work here, he sets the height as per his comfort. Plus I don't have to be sitting all the time, I can also easily work while standing, and that is such a nice feature to have. While I was at it, I decided to upgrade my office chair too, and I decided to get the FLEXISPOT BS12 Pro. I chose the color grey, although it's available in black too.
Now why do we care?
This chair provides dynamic lumbar and back support during different postures, meaning there's no gap between your back and the seat, whether sitting upright or reclining, preventing strains and fatigue even after prolonged sitting. My favorite feature is the adjustable handles that have a unique design and can be adjusted to different heights.
That it's all because of us I'm awake, and because of what I'm feeling. And that love's a fooling game. I don't want you to be crying tears.
In my personal experience, having a comfortable chair plays a huge role in how much I'm able to focus during my video edits. I've now developed the habit of sitting in a proper position, as I realized that I get way more work done than I normally would. The chair's ergonomic design and comfortable seat makes sitting for extended periods so much more bearable. Please find all the links to FLEXISPOT products in the description box, and you won't regret the purchase.
Not sure of what I'm saying, 'cause every time I'm rushing into something I start to shake. There's always something I am missing.
It's important that we identify those 1-minute vibe zones in our homes. However, we still fail to pay attention to those zones, even though they often just need a minute. The kitchen sink is a high traffic location, so I take great pride in keeping it dry and clean. The place where we burn our incense stick often gets dirty with the ash here and there on the surface. The key is to mainly ensure that we identify some of these zones in our homes that can get disturbing if left unattended.
You heard what's coming on my voice,
And I can't help shivering.
you took my hands and pinned your forehead against mine and waited for me. You waited for me. Love's a fooling game. None of us want to be crying tears of pain, even though it feels.
There are so many things that don't need our complete attention, like for instance putting back the dishes after they are done washing. Now I have a habit of finishing up these monotonous things in the idle time, like for instance in the middle of a cooking session or while I'm listening to the news. So if I have waiting time in between work, that's when such things get done.
I'm still so far away. I love you.
That's how small but effective habits really come to making the home the way it is and keeping it clean and maintained on a day-to-day basis. If you enjoyed watching this vlog, please do consider subscribing. Until next time, here's Home Gupshup signing off.